Defamation battle. Yahaya Bello demands investigation. Legal action against Senator Natasha. Former Kogi State Governor, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, has officially petitioned the Inspector General of Police, calling for an investigation and possible prosecution of suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan over what he describes as defamatory remarks made against him. In a letter signed by his legal representative, Mr. N.A. Abubakar Bello urged the Nigeria Police Force, under the IGP's leadership, to summon Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan and compel her to provide concrete evidence to back up her allegations. If she fails to do so, the petition calls for her arrest and prosecution under relevant laws for criminal defamation, inciting public unrest and spreading falsehoods harmful to societal peace. Bello's legal team emphasized that the remarks made by Akpoti-Uduaghan were not just false and inflammatory, but also fall squarely within the realm of criminal defamation and incitement under Nigerian law. Additionally, through another legal firm, Chief R.O. Balogun, San and Company, the former governor issued a formal demand for a retraction and public apology from the senator. The demand concerns statements made during a public event tagged Homecoming Rally, held on the 1st of April, 2025, in Okehi local government area of Kogi State. According to the letter, during her address at the rally, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan allegedly stated, "Senate President Godswill Akpabio sent for Yahaya Bello. It was actually Senator Asukwo from Cross River who drove Yahaya Bello from Hilton Hotel. I was informed about everything, and what I learned about that meeting came in two parts. First, he was told to initiate my recall and that funding was already in place. Money exchanged hands that night. Second, he was told to have me killed. I didn't speak of this publicly before, but I did write to the IGP. Akpabio instructed Yahaya Bello, saying the act should not be carried out in Abuja but here, in Kogi, so it would appear as though the locals were responsible." Bello's legal representative insisted that such allegations are not only untrue and highly provocative, but are also criminal in nature, potentially stirring public disorder. The petition cites Section 24, 1b, of the Cybercrimes Act of 2015, which penalizes the dissemination of false information via digital platforms with intent to harm another person's reputation. The statement goes on to accuse Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan of intentionally spreading the video of her claims online, further damaging the former governor's image. This, according to the petition, violates Sections 114 and 140 of the Penal Code laws that criminalize the spread of false information with the intention of misleading both public officers and the public at large. The petition further argues that accusing Yahaya Bello of being part of a murder plot has deeply tarnished his public image, portraying him as a dangerous political player. Her remarks have incited distrust among communities in Eberland and Kogi Central. The statements risk harming his political future and personal safety. She has misused her position as a senator to amplify unverified and dangerous claims in a politically sensitive environment. In a strongly worded statement, Bello's counsel described Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan as someone he had previously viewed as mentally unstable, exhibiting signs of manic narcissism, hallucinations, delusions, and erratic behavior. The lawyer stated that during Bello's tenure as governor, he had often chosen to ignore her allegations out of restraint and a sense of responsibility to the people of Kogi. However, now that he is no longer in office, Bello no longer feels obliged to extend that patience, and he is now seeking full legal recourse over what he calls baseless and fabricated allegations. He urged the IGP to act swiftly on the petition, warning that a failure to address such severe accusations could embolden others to weaponize politics with falsehoods. This, he said, would not only jeopardize public peace, but also pose a threat to democratic values. In a separate letter addressed directly to Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan, Chief R.O. Balogun, San, outlined Bello's demands, which include 1. a formal retraction of her statements to be published in 2 national newspapers. 2. A commitment to refrain from making any further defamatory statements about him, either directly or indirectly, on any platform. 3. Compliance with these demands within 14 days of receiving the letter. The letter concluded with a warning. Failure to meet these conditions within the specified timeframe would trigger both civil and criminal legal proceedings against her without further notice.